Listen up, everyone watching right now. What the Indiana Fever just pulled off isn't your typical roster tweak. This isn't some minor signing or a mid-season adjustment. No, this is a straight-up challenge thrown at every single WNBA team. Sophie Cunningham is officially back. Caitlin Clark's enforcer, her protector, her ultimate ride-or-die teammate is returning to the Fever. And let me be crystal clear, mark my words, screenshot this, share it, save it for the comments. This roster isn't designed for a casual playoff run. It's not here for a comfortable semi-final. This team is built to raise a banner. Gainbridge Fieldhouse is about to witness something historic. The Indiana Fever just shook the entire league to its core, and nobody saw it coming. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to WNBA Pro. Strap in, because this story, it's gonna feel like a blockbuster.
An hour ago, stated Sophie Cunningham announced that she will join USA Network's coverage of the WNBA this season as a contributor. Sophie Cunningham to be a contributor for USA Network during the WNBA season. One comment that says Sophie Cunningham will be in the...
Let me paint the picture for you, because the timing of this couldn't be sharper. The WNBA just locked in its free agency schedule. The negotiation window opened Wednesday, and teams can officially sign players starting Saturday. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever were already making moves. Kelsey Mitchell locked in with a core qualifying offer. Lexi Holt tied down with a restricted qualifying offer, and yet one question loomed over their entire offseason. Is Sophie Cunningham coming back? The answer is yes, and every other team in the league should be downright scared. But this isn't just another roster move. Sophie Cunningham isn't just a player, she's a culture, a mindset, a walking embodiment of everything the Fever stand for. Signing her isn't just smart team building, it's a declaration. We're not here to play nice, we're here to dominate. Flashback to June 2025. Indiana is facing the Connecticut Sun. Come for my teammate, you answer to me. No questions, no apologies. The moment went viral. Cunningham's social media following skyrocketed past 1 million overnight. She didn't earn it by scoring 20 points or winning MVP. She earned it because she made it clear someone in Indiana always has Caitlin Clark's back. In a league where Clark has been physically targeted since day one, that kind of loyalty means more than any stat line ever could. Every villain in the WNBA just got put on notice. The bodyguard is back, and she didn't come alone.
Back to the practice and realized she passed her prime. I don't know. Her knee must still be jacked up. I don't know. And that is a good question, because we know last year Sophie Cunningham did get hurt. And her knee, she got hurt pretty bad. But let's get to this article before we get to some of these silly...
Here's what separates Sophie Cunningham from being just a tough enforcer. She can actually play, and this is where most people get it wrong. They see the viral moments, the ejections, the fiery attitude, and they assume that's all there is to her. That's lazy thinking. And here on WNBA Pro, we don't settle for lazy thinking. Last season, Cunningham averaged 8.6 points per game, shot 46.9% from the field, and drained 1.7 threes per game. She grabbed 3.5 rebounds, dished out 1.2 assists, and added a steal per game, all while playing 25 minutes a night as a starter. And she did all of that as the Fever's primary wing defender and emotional engine, but stats alone don't capture her true value. Sophie changes the other team's entire game plan. When she's on the court, opposing players can't just hack Caitlin Clark, tug on her jersey, or throw cheap shots without consequences. Number 8 is watching, and she responds. That kind of presence, mental, physical, and psychological, is worth more than 10 points a game. And it shifts the energy of the entire floor. It frees Clark to play aggressively, gives Mitchell room to operate, and gives the whole team a level of security that numbers can't measure. And here's the part nobody talks about. Last season, the Fever made their incredible playoff push without Cunningham. She tore her MCL in August when Bria Hartley collided with her during a game against the Sun. Her season ended abruptly. She watched from the sidelines in street clothes, cheering, coaching, screaming for her teammates, while Clark sat out due to injury and Mitchell was carried off the court in Game 5 with rhabdomyolysis. All she could do was be there, emotionally, mentally, fully committed, but powerless physically. perfectly. Now picture this, months of rehab, nights questioning if she'd ever play again, all that pain and frustration, and now, she's back, healthy, motivated, and with a chip on her shoulder the size of Indiana itself. Do you think Sophie Cunningham is coming back to play casual basketball? To settle for 8 points a night? To just collect a paycheck? Not a chance. She's coming back with fire. The team that nearly made the finals without her is about to see what happens when you add a weapon of mass destruction to an already stacked roster. This isn't just a signing. This is the Fever loading the final bullet into the chamber.
Based off what I researched earlier today after the live, it's year 4 for Aaliyah Boston. She do one between 900,000 to like 1.2 million. Then we got Caitlin Clark. She's getting $500,000 off the rip. She was the first-time WNBA all-team two seasons.
Now let me lay it all out, because you need to see this roster on paper to understand why every general manager in the WNBA just lost sleep tonight. Starting at point guard, Caitlin Clark, the most electrifying player in women's basketball, a generational talent with logo range shooting and elite passing. Last season, injuries limited her to just 13 games, but even then, the Fever made the semifinals. Now, fully healthy and reportedly in the best shape of her career, she spent the offseason rehabbing, training, and preparing for what she calls her revenge season. And when Caitlin Clark says she's coming back angry, you should be very afraid. At shooting guard, Kelsey Mitchell, 20.2 points per game last season, led the league with 111 made three-pointers, 3-time All-Star, first-team All. Saw her loyalty, none of it is going anywhere. Small forward, Sophie Cunningham, the enforcer, the protector, the emotional spark that turns a good team into a great one. A 47% shooter, elite defender, clutch three-point threat, and someone who makes opponents think twice before attempting anything dirty. A 6-year-old black belt in Taekwondo who even kicked field goals on her high school football team. She's built different in every sense, and she's back. Power forward, Aaliyah Boston, all-star, national champion at South Carolina. The player who hit the game-winning buzzer beater to knock out the Atlanta Dream in the first round of the 2025 playoffs, averaging 14+ points and 8+ rebounds, capable of scoring in the post, facilitating from the elbow, and protecting the paint. With the new CBA, she's max eligible, and the Fever are ready to pay her like the superstar she is. And on the wing, Lexi Hull, defensive specialist, played all 44 regular season games and all 8 playoff games. Put up a 16-point, 10-rebound double-double against the Las Vegas Aces in the semifinals. Stanford product who locks down the opposing team's best perimeter player every night without complaint. Restricted qualifying offer in place. She's not going anywhere either. Say that lineup again. Clark, Mitchell, Cunningham, Boston, Hull. 5 players who've been through war together. 5 players who've bled for one another, who've sat in hospital waiting rooms while teammates went down. 5 players who clawed their way to the semifinals with half their roster on crutches. And now, they're all healthy, all together, and all hungry. I'll say it straight, nobody in this league wants to face this team. Not the Aces, not the Liberty, not the Lynx. Nobody. Because talent wins games, but chemistry wins championships. And right now, no team in the WNBA has chemistry like the Indiana Fever. Other teams have superstars. The Fever have a family, and families fight differently.
Announced on Tuesday night that she will join USA Network as a contributor for its coverage of the WNBA. She stated, "I'm back, baby," and with the new squad, Cunningham wrote on Instagram, joining the USA Network. So this is what she put on her Instagram. Let's pull it up right now. This is shocking.
Now let's address the skeptics. I know they're out there right now, furiously typing in the comments. But Sophie Cunningham tore her MCL. How can we be sure she's healthy? But Sophie, the Fever still have holes in the roster. But Sophie, the Aces have Aja Wilson. But Sophie, the Liberty spent $100 million. Let me answer all of that. First, Cunningham's knee. She tore her MCL in August 2025. That's 8 months of rehab and recovery. And unlike ACL tears, MCL injuries heal faster. And she's been posting workout videos all offseason moving at full speed. She's not coming back at 80%. She's coming back at 110% because she has something to prove. Second, the roster holes. Yes, Indiana could use a backup point guard and a veteran center. Depth is always helpful, but the free agent market is wide open. Over 100 players are available. Stars like Azura Stevens are basically campaigning to join Indiana. The Fever have cap space, the 10th overall pick in the draft, and the most attractive destination in the league for free agents. Who wouldn't want to play with Caitlin Clark for Stephanie White in front of sold-out arenas every night? Talent follows culture, and the Fever culture is magnetic. Third, the competition. Sure, Aja Wilson is a generational talent, and yes, the Liberty have a stacked roster, but remember this, the Fever pushed the Aces to 5 games in the semifinals without Clark, without Cunningham, without Ari McDonald, Sydney Colson, or Chloe Brown, relying on hardship contract players for half the rotation. Now imagine the full lineup, add Clark back, add Cunningham back, factor in a full offseason of preparation, add the growth that comes from playoff experience. The Aces needed overtime in Game 5 just to survive a duct-taped Fever squad. What happens when the Fever show up fully loaded? I'll tell you, the Aces lose. The Liberty lose. Everybody loses. The Indiana Fever aren't just competitive anymore. They are untouchable. They have the talent, the toughness, the chemistry, the coaching, the culture, and now the enforcer back to make sure nobody dares take cheap shots at their franchise player. Make no mistake, the Fever aren't building a contender. They already are one. What they're building now, a dynasty. Clark is 24. Boston 23, Mitchell 30, but playing the best basketball of her life. Hull 26, Cunningham 29 with the energy of a 22-year-old. Timpson is developing. The coaching staff is elite. The front office is making smart, calculated moves. A new practice facility is coming. The new CBA is pumping money into the franchise. Everything is aligning perfectly. This kind of convergence doesn't happen often in professional sports. As in, when the stars line up like this, you either seize the moment or you regret it forever. The Fever are seizing it. They're grabbing this opportunity with both hands, and they're not letting go.
A little bit of haha before I go and kick your ass. Oh, smart idea. Go at the Defensive Player of the Year. One of the best players in the world. That's a great take, Soph. I think she has a valid point here. Keep your head on a swivel, defense. Therefore, go get yourself a little scoopity-doop. So, what a PG. Beautiful left-handed form. Honestly, the hair looks fabulous. I might have to wear that hairstyle more.
So here's my final word, and I need everyone watching to understand. I am not exaggerating. I'm not chasing clicks. I'm not stirring up drama. I am saying this because I truly 100% believe it with every fiber of my being. The Indiana Fever are the 2026 WNBA champions. Write it down. Screenshot this. Save it. Come back in October and prove me wrong. I dare you. Because everything I've seen from this franchise, from this roster, this coaching staff, this front office screams one thing. This is the year. This is the team. This is the moment. Clark, Mitchell, Cunningham, Boston, Hull. 5 players, 1 mission. No excuses. No injuries to hide behind. No more what ifs. No more almosts. No more coming up just short. This is the year they finish the job. The Fever didn't just bring Sophie Cunningham back, they completed the puzzle. They added the missing piece that turns a great team into an unstoppable force. When that starting 5 hits the court together for the first time on May 9th against the Dallas Wings, the rest of the league will collectively realize something monumental. They'll look across the court and understand this team is not here to participate, not here to make noise, not here for a nice regular season or some team photos. They're here to take it all. Every game, every series, every round, every trophy. We got. We all we need. And now we've got Sophie back. The league isn't ready. Doesn't matter. They never are. Because ready or not, here come the Fever. And that's it for today on WNBA Pro. If this video lit a fire inside you, smash that like button like your life depends on it. Drop your hottest take in the comments. Is this the best starting 5 in the WNBA? Was Sophie Cunningham the most important signing of the offseason, or do you think any team can stop what Indiana is building? I want to see the battlefield in the comments. And if you're not already part of the WNBA Pro family, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. We're covering every move this offseason, and you do not want to miss a single second.